I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
Alright, so here we are in front of the elephants. Cool thing about these guys is that they have really long fronts, and that's cool. And that's pretty much all there is to say.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize. So what we came across that day in the woods was obviously unplanned, and the reactions you saw on tape were raw, they were unfiltered. None of us knew how to react or how to feel. I should have never posted the video. I should have put the cameras down and stopped recording what we were going through. There's a lot of things I should have done differently, but I didn't. And for that, from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry. I want to apologize to the internet. I want to apologize to anyone who's seen the video. I want to apologize to anyone who has been affected or touched by mental illness or depression or suicide. But most importantly, I want to apologize to the victim and his family. For my fans who are defending my actions, please don't. They do not deserve to be defended. The goal with my content is always to entertain, to push the boundaries, to be all-inclusive. In the world I live in, I share almost everything I do. The intent is never to be heartless, cruel, or malicious. Like I said, I've made a huge mistake. I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm just here to apologize. I'm ashamed of myself. I'm disappointed in myself. And I promise to be better. I will be better. Thank you.
There has been some upset, disappointed people in the Zoella Lifestyle Advent calendar, more specifically the price of the calendar. And I didn't want to not address it because I want you guys to know I do care about how you feel about things, and the last thing I want to do is anger, upset, or disappoint anyone, because that is not my intention in the slightest. The calendar is something I've worked on for a year. I love the product. I am all about the creativity. I'm all about getting it from a design to a product. Where my input ends is there. Once that product is done and I'm happy with it, the retailer can decide how much they sell that for. That's completely out of my decision making. I don't have the right to make those decisions. So it makes me so sad that a product that I loved and worked hard on, and that loads of you like the product, it is just having that product at the price that was out of my decision has left so many people so upset. And I feel just as let down by this also. And the price of any product is up to a retailer, and I know that there's some of you that might not have known that, so I wanted to come on here and like explain that to you, because even my mum didn't realize that. I don't want people to think that I'm like sat at home like counting £50 every time someone buys this calendar, thinking that that was a conscious decision that I made to rip people off. Because if you know me, you know that that there is not a bone in my body that would think that way.
If you haven't seen it, then basically what happened was I was just vlogging like normal. I was coming back from London, and my journey took about 4 hours longer than it normally would. And so I was just basically just really frustrated, and I was just moaning, and then I go on to say that somebody got hit just really flippantly, and then I just carry on talking about my journey. And the way that it comes across is so insensitive, because I just really flippantly say that somebody got hit, and then I just carry on moaning about how frustrating my journey was, and it just comes across so insensitive and just overall not how I would have wanted it to. There's like never in a million years that I would ever think me getting home on time is worth or is more important than somebody else's life, and it came across so wrong, and I'm just so genuinely sorry to anybody that I've offended by it, or anybody that I've upset by this video or hurt by this video, because never in a million years would I have intentionally done that, or meant to have been like that.
I've been making YouTube videos now for, I mean, next month it's going to be 10 years. I've made over 2,000 videos on this site, and I should just know better. Like, there's no excuse. I should just know better than making content like this. And I just want to apologize to everybody that the video has affected, because, like I said, I was just stupid. Like, I did not, I'm not excusing anything. I'm taking full hit, my fault. Incredibly stupid, incredibly, just didn't think about it.
It just sort of slipped out. And I'm not going to make any excuses to why it did, because there are no excuses for it. I'm disappointed in myself because it seems like I've learned nothing from all these past controversies. And it's not that I think I can say or do whatever I want and get away with it. That's not it at all. I'm just an idiot. But that doesn't make what I said or how I said it okay. It was not okay. I'm really sorry if I offended, hurt, or disappointed anyone with all of this. Being in the position I am, I should know better. I know I can't keep messing up like this. And I owe it to my audience and to myself to do better than this, because I know I'm better than this. I really want to improve myself and better myself, not just for me, but for anyone that looks up to me or anyone that's influenced by me. And that's how I want to move forward away from this.
The only reason that I've stayed quiet and not addressed this until now was because of the advice given to me by our legal team. We have some of the best lawyers in the country that support me, that support us as a family, that support our business. And their advice from the very start of this was that we were to put out an initial statement on my Twitter, which I did, and then I was to say absolutely nothing. I wasn't to address this on my channel or otherwise. I wasn't to rise to any hate on any level, no matter how bad it was. And believe me, that alone has been one of the hardest things I have ever had to do. The safety of my family, and more importantly, our children, has been our priority over any other. And due to the nature of the things that people online have portrayed me as being, taking and acting on the advice of our legal team in this has been the most important thing for us to do. That alone is the only reason I have stayed quiet on this and not addressed this until now. The only reason. Nothing to do with being guilty, nothing to do with being ashamed or anything else, any of the other ideas that I've seen and read about me over the last couple of months. Nothing. The only reason we've stayed quiet on this until now is because we've been acting on the advice of our legal team, and that's it. So let me make this very clear. Have I ever done anything that could be classed as sexually grooming somebody? No. Hell no. Of course I haven't. Am I a paedophile? No. Hell no. Am I a sexual predator? No. No. Have I ever done anything that could be classed as being sexually inappropriate to anybody? No. And now enough is enough. No. Hell no. No. Hell no. No. Hell no.